You may have money in the bank and still be depressed. Why? You are not working out your destiny that you have chosen in a pre-existent life. And so what we need to do is to go back to discover our destiny and to begin to take decisions. Humans have been chosen destiny to perform in a natural habitat. Therefore, whenever you are out of your chosen natural habitat by destiny, you will struggle in life. Against his chosen destiny. Let me repeat this. Man can choose against his chosen destiny. And when individual makes choices against their chosen destiny, they will never be fulfilled. I will repeat this. When individuals start to make choices in life against their chosen destiny, they will experience lack of fulfillment. And that's what is depression talking about. You may have money in the bank and still be depressed. Why? You are not working out your destiny that you have chosen in a pre-existent life before your birth. And this can happen due to spiritual philosophy, belief system, even the so-called religion you believe, your background, your anthropological history, social factor, cultural factor, many factors that affect our decision-making processes. Especially education and knowledge about the concept of destiny and Ori. Ori, this is a critical concept representing one's personal divinity, consciousness, and the physical head itself. The state of one's Ori is central to managing one's life experiences, including emotional and mental well-being. Ifa is seen as an encyclopedia of life and the voice of the Supreme Being, Olodumare, that provide guidance on how to react when facing physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental challenges. You see that? What this simply means is that every decision you take in life, you have to ask Ori first. Yes. That this decision is in line with my Ori, which is your inner head. Your Ori is your destiny. Because you cannot change that destiny, I'm afraid. Both three Abrahamic religion and Ifa theology believe in the same concept, that we have chosen our destiny. And so what happened is, due to ignorance, that we have passed through the water of forgetfulness, we often take decisions contrary to our destiny. And that is why people are experiencing depression and unfulfillment. And so what we need to do is to go back to discover our destiny and to begin to take decisions, in line with our chosen destiny. Any decision that you choose against your destiny, whether it's marriage, career, job, business, especially vocational decisions about your career. According to Ifa theology predestination philosophy, we have what we call eternal vocation. You've chosen your vocation before the beginning of time. And how do you know that? You are given gift and talent by Olodumare, the Supreme Being, in line with your chosen vocation in eternity before the beginning of time. So when you discover that there are some gifts and talents you have, these are indication of your chosen destiny. Destiny equips you with your gift and talent. Whenever you are in a career that is not in line with your gift and talent, you will be depressed. You will struggle. Give an example from nature. Birds are chosen by destiny to fly. Therefore, birds have flight in them. You can never see a bird going to his flying school to learn how to fly. You see that? It's the same thing with humans. Humans have been chosen destiny to perform in a natural habitat. Therefore, whenever you are out of your chosen natural habitat by destiny, you will struggle in life. It is simple. Also, every destiny requires an environment. The moment you are out of your destiny environment, where you have been chosen to function and to flourish, you will experience depression. Yeah. And so you now see that, Ifa approach to depression, Ifa is also seeking solution, through divination and to cultivate awareness to bring you to ask Ifa that, am I in the right direction? Am I in the right career? Am I in the right environment of my glory? These are how Ifa approaches depression. Now, Ifa approach to mental distress and depression is practical and emphasizing proactive steps rather than passive acceptance of a predetermined fate. No, it views emotional and mental challenges as disruptions that can be addressed through spiritual work and self-understanding. In essence, Ifa theology offers an active, spiritually grounded approach to depression, where predestination is a starting point. That is it, not an end point. An individual's engagement with spiritual principles and practices can significantly improve their mental well-being. You see, for Ifa approach to depression, the starting point is predestination. The starting point is predestination. And you can find this also in the philosophy in Abrahamic religion, as I've said. Predestination is a theological doctrine across Abrahamic religion, asserting that God has predetermined all events, often including the eternal destiny of individual souls. Now, the concept raises a philosophical tension with human free will, and interpretation varies according to denominations. For example, in Christianity, Ephesians 1:4-11 state that believers were chosen in Christ before the foundation of the world for adoption and an inheritance according to God's will. John 15:16, Jesus tells his disciples, "You did not choose me." You see that? But I chose you, highlighting divine election for fruitfulness. It's exactly the same thing with Ori Akoleyo in Ifa theology. You'll be chosen for an eternal vocation. That vocation is what guarantees your success and fulfillment. The moment you are outside that vocation, you can make money, but you'll be depressed. That's why people can make money and yet they are depressed. This is also in line with Ifa's predestination philosophy. And not only that, when we look at Islam also, it spoke about predestination in Islam, with this divine decree or preordination, and it's one of the 6 articles of Sunni faith. We also see that also in Islam. And lastly, we now see that in Jeremiah, one of the most profound philosophy of predestination in the Abrahamic religion is from the Torah. Jeremiah 1:5 say a verse from the Bible where God describes his calling and purpose for the prophet Jeremiah. It emphasizes God's foreknowledge and plan for an individual's life. You see, specific calling and purpose. God has a specific mission for Jeremiah to be a prophet to the nation, and he set him apart for this role before he was born. This concept holds that all individuals has a unique God-given purpose. See that? Which is totally in line with Ifa's philosophy of predestination. Divine foreknowledge. God knew Jeremiah intimately before he